I'm very much inspired, with your brief introduction into our programming into the year 2024. BKO, kudos to you as always. Let's get down to brass tacks for today's topic, which, talking about the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Umar Farouk, who had officially written to the EFCC seeking an extension of the deadline to meet with the Commission's interrogators over an ongoing probe into the monumental fraud that allegedly took place under her watch. This has set a lot of tongues wagging, no doubt. But what do you make of these latest scandals involving Buhari's former appointees?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And I'm happy that there were so many things that I complained about the former administration. There were moments when I praised them when they deserve to be praised. And there were moments when I condemned the government to the point that people were asking, who is this person? How come he's working at TVC and he continues to attack us? I wasn't attacking, I was simply telling them the truth. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. It seemed very much like yesterday. Today, some people will say, oh, he criticized Jonathan, he criticized Obasanjo, he criticized Buhari. Tinubu is the only one that is not criticizing. Again, that is nonsense. The government of the day, if we see a need to correct them, nothing in the world will make me refuse to correct them. Because that is what I swore to do as a journalist. And no president, I repeat, no president is too big to be criticized. No government is good enough to not be criticized. This is the way it should be. So, looking at what has happened, I'm not really surprised because some of these things I had talked about them at the time. And some people picked offense. Some APC members, they picked offense. Some of them called me names. Some of them blocked me on Facebook. In fact, the highest number of people who blocked me on Facebook were APC sympathizers. I can say that 1,000,000 times. Because I have friends across the parties. Now, the problem that we had with the previous administration was that people will complain about some key members of that administration, and the president will not take action. How come we had a situation in which under that ministry, the sum of 44 billion was said to have been transferred from the remitter account of the ministry and then moved straight to the account, to the accounts of private individuals and companies that were suspected to be fronts for the people in government. So if we had a cabal that would only move against an individual in government because they like what the person was doing, you will have this situation. No government can remain in office forever. So once that government leaves and a new government comes in, looking for money, running from pillar to post to raise money, and it can see that there is money in private hands, it will investigate and try to come to get to the root of the matter. That is what we are seeing now. I have said it on this program before. President Obasanjo and President Tinubu has no reason not to look at some of what happened in the past. Because Nigerians are eager. They saw a lot of things that were wrong with that administration. So all the president needs to do is get the agencies of government concerned to investigate certain individuals believed to have looted our country and recover our funds from such people. That's patriotism. Nobody is big enough to loot the resources of our country and then get away with it. There is no such person. So this is what we have seen. Halima Shehu, who was the national coordinator for the conditional cash transfer, is the person who has been accused of permitting the transfer of huge funds into private accounts and the accounts of corporate entities believed to be fronting for them. Now she's been released on bail by the EFCC, but she is now obligated to visit the EFCC on a daily basis because they are still interrogating her. They are still trying to get some facts about her. One thing is clear, the EFCC has made it clear that even at this stage, they cannot say this is all of the money that had been stolen. We saw under the president, the immediate past president, an accountant general of the Federation who is believed to have stolen 109 billion naira. And he returned a little over 40 billion of the loot. That was even reported. That was reported by the prosecutor on the floor of the court. You can imagine that quantum of money being returned. It underlines the fact that indeed she looted hefty sums from the treasury of our country. We've not gone deep enough to discover all of what was stolen, but we are getting there. The EFCC is also investigating those who were provided with foreign exchange to bring in raw materials for their businesses and all that, who then proceeded to divert the foreign exchange to the black market so that they can make money. A good number of Nigerians have made money through this means. Scarce foreign exchange will be made available to them, divert it to the black market where they can make billions of naira. And at the end of the day, will come and say that, oh, we do not have, we have dollar illiquidity, we don't have enough dollars.